What's up, guys? Welcome to my YouTube channel. We're back, and this time we're back with a very, very big game. Slavia Prague versus Arsenal in the Champions League. The champions! Yes, the Champions League. This time we're heading to Prague, looking for a fourth victory, straight victory in this competition. And honestly, this is going to be a real test. A real test because we can't underestimate them. Slavia Prague has been beaten at their home ground. They haven't they haven't lost a game. So we need to be on our P's and Q's. And this is a team I don't know much about, but if you're going on beating your own home country at home, you do have confidence. And these midweek games at the Champions League under the floodlights, it's not going to be easy. However, before we get into the starting lineup and everything else like that, I do have to point out the news that Mikel Arteta in what he said in the press conference, which is concerning of Viktor Gyökeres. Unfortunately, he will not be available for this game. He hasn't trained, and they're still doing this scan, and they think the nature of the injury is a real bad one because it's a muscular injury, and hopefully, I hope it's not going to be a long-term one because Mikel Arteta, when he was given the press conference, he was disappointed because we can see how much we relied on him, especially in that Burnley game. It was one of his better games, and how he was linking up, how he was scoring them goals, pressing hard, movement. And if you have a muscular injury like that, that does affect your play when you do come back. But hopefully, um, I just hope that it's not going to be long term or anything that is going to be out of the blue, or going to be have those press conferences where he's going to be asked the same question again and then he can't give a straight answer to it. So those are actually worrying when Mikel Arteta does that, or the media team are asking these questions. So anyways, we just need to rotate. And that just shows that we have to rely on our squad and not just one player. And Arteta was talking about the balancing out the freshness and the cohesion, in this busy schedule because games are going to come thick and fast, and that's for sure. So in all competitions, maintaining the high levels is very important to keep the same rhythm. And to do that is not easy when you sustain an injury here and there. But I think we are confident enough. We have one of the best teams in these competitions to rotate. So we're gonna be tested all the way through. So when we look at Slavia Prague, as I said before, they've been beaten on home. It's not really clear on how they play. I haven't watched their games so much. They haven't won, I believe, in the Champions League yet. But at home, they do feel comfortable. So we have to be focused enough in the very first minute when we do play them. You have to be there. You have to stay patient, controlling the game, even though you're not playing with the usual 11 that you would like to have. So it's going to be a very tough test. Defensively, we have to going to be strong when we go out there. Organization at the back lately it has been excellent. We got more clean sheets than a 5-star hotel. So I'm not worried about the foundation as much, but going forward, that's maybe a point in contention that we might have as Arsenal fans, because again, with the Viktor Gyökeres injury, and also Martinelli wasn't there available for us. So we're actually depleting ourselves when we're going up front. But hey, we have to keep on going. So we just have to rely on other players who can fill in the role. And for me, I would like to see a few changes here and there, because we have the confidence and we have those players who have minutes under their belt who are familiar with these high-pressure games. So far, they have been rolling in perfectly. So let's get into the starting lineup that I would play. Is Ray on goal. He has been confident to be solid, hasn't done much lately because all he does is just stand there and commands because, we keep in clean sheets. The back four, the people that are going to be in front of him protecting him, Ben White on the right, Hinkepia and Gabriel. That's what I like to see. And at the left back, Miles Lewis-Skelly, the youngster, has been, for me, I do like him when he's on the ball and everything else like that. He's got energy, confident, decision-making. Going forward is really good. Displayed that in the Brighton game earlier. The midfield three is going to be a bit different because Submendi is suspended. So I do believe that Norgard is going to be in there together with Rice and Eze. Rice should be breaking up play, should be dictating the tempo, should be covering every blade. The guy gives a minimum has to be a 6 of him. And also, I expect more of Eze, that he imposes his game, his creativity into the game with flow, and that he doesn't drift too much out of the game, that we can actually see what he's capable of, because I think he can do more. And also, I think Miko Marino will be up front. We know what to expect from him. He can score a goal. He's been in those areas before. So, and on either side is going to be Trossard and Saka, which can both which them two players, they can both contribute and score goals. If it doesn't, we can always rely on them set pieces, So we're good at it. Gabriel header, and then bang, we could get out there with a 1-0 victory. So, but hey, they're not gonna lie over Slavia Prague. They're not gonna just sit there and let them be bullied. But I think we are gonna be very a good team to contend against, and eventually we'll just hit them in transmission or hit them on the mistakes that they're going to be making. I do think we're going to be drawing them out so much because we're technically slightly above them, especially also in this competition as well. So I do think we have the upper hand, even though we are playing away. Yeah, that's actually it. There's no other news. Maybe Martinelli, that was already discussed, that he was not going to be involved into this game. The only thing is that Viktor Gyökeres, that's a huge loss. I just hope it's not going to be long term. As I said before, it is gonna the games, and during this month, the month of November, which Arsene Wenger famously said he hates this month, and games are coming thick and fast. So hopefully we can go into this game with a W, with a win, unscathed, no setbacks, no suspension, with the yellow cards or red cards, or a negative result that will stain our confidence going into the other competitions that we have. So our strength in depth is going to be tested to the max, and Arteta will have to manage everything correctly. That's what he's getting paid for. So I would like to see a strong performance today. Even though players are missing, I don't think the level should drop, because we have seen enough evidence of them being capable of still grinding out victories when the chips are down. And as you can see, we haven't lost yet. We haven't conceded a goal in last month. Let the form long may it continue. Long may it continue. So in Europe, let's just see that's going to be one of those nights that we prove ourselves that we belong in that competition, the League of Champions, the Champions League. Even though it's going to be a tough crowd, or pitch is going to be whatever. Let's just get the job done. Let's just get the job done. So, what are your score predictions? I don't think it's going to be a close game at all. You do have to be cautious about Slavia Prague, but I don't think it's going to be a close game. I think we are definitely going to be dominating. Majority of the possession is going to be 3-0 to us. Hopefully from open play, but if a set piece is there, hey, stand procedure. So let me know down below what your starting lineup would be, or as also as well the score predictions. So what's it going to be? Just put it down below. Let me know. And also, yeah, if you haven't already, just like and subscribe. Do me a favor, drop your comments, your thoughts down below, what you like more of this channel, what you didn't like of this channel. All the engagement is all welcome down here. So yeah, I'm not immune to good things or bad things, or whatever the case may be. Just put them down below. Hopefully we're going to have a post-match reaction, and let this be another Champions League win for the Gunners, and with no injuries and no red cards and no issues. So yeah, let's go Gunners. Hopefully it's going to be a night tonight. A good night tonight. Yes. Peace.